What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and I'm rolling through Iowa today. Gonna give you my thoughts on SummerSlam 2024. I would have recorded this last night, except for I was dog tired by the end of this show because you drive for 10 hours and then turn around and try to watch this pay per view or PLE, and then try to do a coherent post game show afterwards. Ugh, man. I was dog tired by the end of this pay per view last night. Let's get right into it. They had Jelly Roll come out, open the show. Somebody save this guy from himself. How this guy is so popular, it just. Anyway, I don't know. I did not get. I will say this for him: he didn't lip sync. That's about all I can say for the guy. Um, but the first match was Liv Morgan defeating Rhea Ripley by pinfall. Dominic coming full circle and helping Rhea or helping Liv get the win. And the post match saw him helping Liv Morgan to her feet after the match and planning to be old smooch on the lips to her. Isn't it ironic how they wanted you to believe that Rhea and Dom were together the entire time for like the last 2 years, 3 years, however long it's been? Yet they never kissed on the lips, not once. They never ever kissed on the lips. She would whisper something in his ear, or she would lick his cheek and his neck, or she would kiss his neck and his cheek, but they never kissed on the lips, not once. You never really got a sense that they were a real item until the last, couple of weeks since Rhea Ripley returned. Um, I liked the match. The match was actually pretty damn good. I thought Liv Morgan brung her A game. There's a lot of people who are sitting there going, Liv Morgan is a diva. She's not a women's wrestler. Because to me, yes, there is a difference. But here, she proved otherwise. She hung with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, carried her as well. So it was a very good matchup here. I liked the finish. The finish was awesome. Moving on, Braun Breaker defeated Sami Zayn in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So I think this was a deal where they wanted Braun Breaker to go in there and squash him, but it wasn't supposed to be a Brock Lesnar squash either. I like the match. I like the fact that Braun Breaker is a super over. Sami Zayn's title run really didn't do a thing for me. It really did not do a thing for me. Him coming out there and cutting the same promo about being the underdog week after week after week just did not do it for me at all. Um, that and Sami Zayn just looks like a bum in the ring. His tights look like a bum, make him look like a bum. The hairstyle and the beard make him look like a teetotal. It's like they got one of the guys standing on the street corner out there in Cleveland and said, "Come on, your match is next." I think Sami Zayn needs to do something. I missed the shorter hair with the shorter beard, but anyway, I'm the right person won this. They cut up to the skybox where the Steiner brothers were, and they were all cheering and were happy for him. Um, rumor is, Cody Rhodes even said this, I think, in the post show, that they were handing out pieces of paper that showed the pictures and a brief bio on all the legends that were up there in that skybox. And I'm sitting there, it's like, here are your noble dignitaries. It's like, if you don't know, if you're in this business and you don't know who those guys are, you don't belong in the business. Now I know they have a bunch of 20-something-year-olds down in NXT and maybe even up on the main roster who probably did not watch wrestling growing up. Well, that's no excuse when you have an entire tape library at your fingertips. You can go up there to Stanford and watch it at any time. Or you have Peacock where you can watch anything at any time. There's no excuse for not knowing who those guys are, especially Kevin Nash. Come on. Come on. Sean Waltman, you should know who X-Pac is. It's stupid. LA Knight versus Logan Paul. LA Knight defeating Logan Paul here for the United States Championship. And then we got, I won't make a Logan Paul joke, but the same stuff on Twitter that he said about, oh man, it's just, I won't go there. Let's just say that Machine Gun Kelly looks like the same skinny idiot that he always does look like. I'm sorry. I can't stand Machine Gun Kelly. He just looks so out of place every time, every time he appears in a WWE uh, event. He just, nah. Anyway, I like the match, and I like LA Knight showing off new moves, doing the jump up to the top rope from the middle rope into the moonsault or whatever he did. Or it was just, it was time for LA Knight to get a singles title, and it was time for Logan Paul to lose that U.S. title. Um, and of course Logan Paul, even though Cleveland is his hometown, he got booed relentlessly. Of course, the guys on Twitter can't keep his mouth shut. He's so uninformed. But anyway, um, the right person won this match. I'm curious to see where they put LA Knight from here, where they go from here. Do we see a LA Knight heel turn now that he's actually got the title? Who knows? Nia Jax defeated Bayley. Bayley worked her ass off and bumped her ass off in this match. Um, Bayley worked hard here to make Nia Jax look like $1,000,000. And as much as I like Nia Jax, it does take some work to make her look like $1,000,000. Um, and I thought Nia Jax did a good job too, with the Annihilators and all this, the selling and everything. But Bayley was the standout in this match, just carrying Nia Jax and, to a certain extent carrying Nia Jax and just making her look good. Her selling, Bayley's selling was on point. You had Tiffany Stratton run down. We thought she was going to get a cash in, but Bayley, shot that down, and that's what led to the finish. But I'm curious to see where they go with Nia Jax now, because now that, this woman who's not the greatest of workers is now the head of your division. The woman who has a reputation for hurting people is now in your division, the head of your division. So who knows what's going to happen? Drew McIntyre defeated CM Punk by pinfall. I'm glad to see that CM Punk didn't get injured in this one, or so we think. Who knows? We could get a post out tomorrow from somebody going, Punk has an injured clavicle or some stupid thing like that, But I thought this match was excellent. I thought the match was great. They integrated Seth Rollins in as best as they knew how in certain spots. I don't have a bad thing to say about this match. Um, I think that the right guy won. And this what kind of squashes people's speculation of CM Punk ain't going to put nobody over, blah, 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 blah. He put over Drew here, and it was awesome. Very good match. Very good match. And the thought of CM Punk flipping out over the bracelet and him costing himself the match. Drew McIntyre, neither one of these guys could say they were screwed at all. Drew won cleanly. And curious to see who Punk's next opponent is, even though I think that maybe this whole thing with these guys, we could be getting a triple threat with these guys, sooner rather than later. Gunther defeated Damian Priest by technical submission, the referee stoppage. Finn Balor running down and costing Priest the match and turning on Priest and getting that evil look on his face. And I like this. This entire pay-per-view was built around the implosion of the Judgment Day. You had, even after the Rhea Liv match, you had Damian Priest wanting everybody to go find Dominic. Go find Dominic. We got to figure out why he did this. And so the Judgment Day is pretty much imploded. It's done. I like this match between Gunther and Damian. Gunther's chest was already messed up from the night before his match with Finn. Halfway through the match, Gunther's chest is just pouring blood, and it added to it. Gunther taking his own blood and wiping his face with his own blood. The match was very, very technically sound. I liked it. Ain't a bad thing to say about it. Like the finish, like the storyline. This pay-per-view was about having good matches, but also more so about blowing off big storylines or having certain storylines come to a close or to a head or even advance further. This pay per view was all about storytelling, and it did its job. It was great. I'm glad to see Gunther get the title. All hail the Ring General, and I would I hope Gunther has a long title reign here. I really do, at least till WrestleMania with this. Then we had something with Jelly Roll in the ring and them announcing the attendance and A Town Down Under and Jelly Roll hitting people with chairs and dropping a five knuckle shuffle and then barely able to get back to his feet. He had to use the ropes and they were having to help the guy up, crying out loud. If that doesn't tell you something, that maybe you need to look into whatever. Hello, pot on kettle, but at least I could. I know I could drop a five knuckle shuffle and get back to my feet without any assistance. So there you go. Um, Cody Rhodes defeating Solo Sikoa. All the usual shenanigans here. We saw the return of Randy Orton. We saw the return of Kevin Owens. The Tongans interfered. Jacob Fatu. Oh my God! I legitimately thought he was injured by that table spot. Um, I would not be surprised if he has a cracked shin or a torn, tibula, fibula, whatever you want to call it, torn because of this, because it looked bad, it looked real bad. Um, or maybe they told him just to sell it real bad so that he wouldn't interfere with the Roman thing, because Roman Reigns returned and helps Cody Rhodes win the title and gives the nod to Cody Rhodes, like, "Hey, yeah, I helped you. Remember who to thank for this." Because you retained this title because of your tribal chief, and he had the OTC. No, we're not talking about Prilosec. We're not talking about the heartburn medication. We're talking about original tribal chief. And I think he even had like new music or a twist on his old music. But yeah, Cody Rhodes coming out, pulling out another one. We're on our way to Samoan Civil War games. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this pay-per-view. Overall, I give this pay-per-view a solid 8 out of 10. There wasn't really anything horrible and cringeworthy on the show, except for the Jelly Roll stuff, but they got to, whatever. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll see you down the road.